Hello and welcome to this edition of Biology Bites. Now today I'm going to be talking about the weight of it all. And that is the fact that everything in the water, all the fish, all the bait fish, even the bass themselves, are pretty much weightless. And I see so many people using such heavy lures. I mean, it's a known fact that I'm a light line guy. I mean, I use a 1/4 ounce jig most of the time. I use our 3/16, our 1/8. I mean, if you look at the history of fishing and what it takes when the time's tough, and especially clear water, and when you got to go all natural, the weightless Senko, drop shotting. I mean, pretty much the things that people have to go to when the bite is tough are the things that look weightless in the water. I mean, the Senko, weightless, or some sort of stick bait, it just sits there and flutters. It's kind of like, you're throwing a night crawler. It's kind of the way it just floats to the bottom. Drop shotting, the way it's hooked with the weight below it, when you're moving it in that and sitting there in place, it looks pretty much weightless. And that's just why going lighter and being lighter with your stuff is much more natural, because everything in the water is pretty much weightless. I mean, if a fish dies, it doesn't just sink to the bottom really quick. It sits there and kind of flutters, or it kind of twitches as it's dying, but it flutters. Crawdads, I mean, when they're kicking, they're moving fast, but the second they stop, they just kind of float to the bottom. I mean, that's why I'm a light line guy. And even moving baits, spinner baits, things like that. And when you're moving with the blades, yeah, they appear kind of weightless, like something coming to the water. But say you bump something and you stop, I mean, if it just drops really quick compared to, it hits it and it's a lighter bait, and it kind of flutters a little softer before it gets going, it just looks that much more natural, which is probably going to lead to that many more bites and that many more fish. So I'm telling you, when you're fishing, try to go as light as possible most of the time. I mean, yes, 1/2 ounce jig, 3/4, or 1.5 if you're punching. You got to get, I mean, there's times where you have to go heavy. If you're way deep down or the wind's really up, you might have to go to a 1/2 ounce, something just to get some feeling. You're not going to do as good as if you drop something lighter down there, but if you do something lighter, you're going to get blown out and you're not going to be able to feel it. You're not going to be able to get a fish anyway, so the heavier it is. But in general, I'm telling you, go as light as possible with your weights, and I bet you will find yourself catching a lot more fish and consistently catching more fish. Hope this helps. Until next time.